I was literally about to start recording and I literally just grabbed this plug right here just to raise it up, and that thing just snapped in half. That's how old and dry she is. This one right here still has some flex to it. So I've just got to grab most likely 9/16 again. I did do the resistor right there, which made a heck of a difference. I actually have tons of heat now. And I just got to say that it's funny because this is an OBS one, and today's vehicles, when the resistor goes bad, typically a good sign of that is that you only have high speed, where it doesn't work on the other ones. This one here actually worked on the exact opposite, where I had low speed, as it turned out, because as soon as I changed that, I had high speed. The only reason I'm changing this thing out now is because my fan did start to actually make a rumbling noise, and I did get some noise from it, so I just want to change it out and make sure it's new. So that's where that goes down there. There's a 9/16 right there, and underneath it, it is a double-sided plug, and it wasn't as brittle as this. This thing literally just, look at that. That's insane. Just came right apart. It's just like kind of crumbling right there. So I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing anyways. So I got to grab some 9/16 I think and get this thing out here. Now the trick is going to be getting that fan off too, so we'll have a look at that once I actually get this out of her. It's already unplugged. This is the condition of the resistor I pulled out of the truck. She's pretty rusty crusty. Pins in there kind of got some little bit of corrosion on them, rusting. So I did put dielectric grease on the inside of that plug when I put it back together again, because clearly some condensation gets in there and can cause corrosion. But I'm surprised, like you see the corrosion on that resistor right there. I'm pretty sure this thing just wasn't functioning anymore. This spring right here was actually broken. It was broken. It was kind of down like this when I first got it out, so it had probably got hot and flexed over and burnt, but it's pretty rusty crusty. So if you guys do want to replace that, I've got this part number here from BWD, and you guys can try this part. It does work. Like I said, as soon as I changed it, now all of a sudden I've got wicked heat coming out of this truck, which, if I remember right, it was Dodge had the best heat, Ford had the best heat. I think Dodge had just slightly better heat than Ford, but Ford and Dodge were kind of neck and neck with how hot these OBS vehicles were. Chevy always had a problem. I'm not saying they didn't get hot, but Chevy always had a problem with producing a lot of heat. But now this thing's killing it. So I got to go ahead, like I said, grab some sockets here and see if I can't get this off. Correction due. It's 5/16, not 9/16. So like I said, I'll go ahead and start getting this thing off right now. I don't have my tripod with me, so anyways, it takes a little bit of time to get these out anyhow. They are like plastic screws, so like they're really long threads. I'll show you in a minute here. So this is the kind of screw it is, just going into metal, so, or plastic I mean, so that's why it's so coarse. So try not to lose them as you take them out. Watch, I'm gonna lose them, I know it. All right, all four screws are out. The wiring is all free here. We should be able to, there we go, get that off. Pull this thing out. Feels like something's grabbing it down there. Oh, what the hell is that? Some kind of vacuum tube. Oh yeah, some kind of vacuum tube. I didn't see that down there. Get that out. There we go. Oh, okay, it's got one of these snap rings on it, which are kind of a pain in the butt to get off. So I gotta see if I can open this thing up, get it off, and get this replaced. I'll show you here in just a second. I gotta double check the motor I got, because I don't know if it's got that hole in it. Oh, interesting. Oh, must be to cool it off, I suppose. There's the electronics in it. Okay, so this is the Continental. That's the part number right there, and as a matter of fact, it does have that vent hole right there on the side. See a difference in the motors. A lot cleaner. So what I've got to do is try to get that. It's a pressure clip, and these things here typically they break off. So I'm going to see if I can get some lubricant, put it on that, so I can get this whole assembly off here. That's what I'm going to have to try to do. So let me work on getting this thing off, because honest to God, these things are a pain in the butt. I hate these things, but see what I can do. So what I've got here is CRC's Freeze Off Super Penetrant. Now, I've actually used this thing on my four-wheeler. And what it does say on the instructions on this thing is do it from a far distance here for about 20 seconds or so, and then wait 2 minutes. Thing is, the last time I did this, I waited like 10 minutes. Basically, I'm gonna come all the way out here and you can see all that stuff. My intention is to like freeze this if I can. And if I can lubricate that, now I'll let that stuff sit there. See how it bubbles in? Now, of course, when I get this thing off, I'm gonna have to blow the living crap out of it. But now what I'm hoping I can do is get my little picks in here and kind of pick this thing and kind of work its way up. So that's what I'm gonna try to do without breaking it. So this is gonna take me some time. So I don't really have lap camera. So I'll work my way out of this. I'll bring it back when I got that off. Sure enough, it's brittle enough that it did break. You see that? So it did break. So I'm hoping when I go to put it back on, it'll be on there enough that I can get this thing off. So now I got to try and knock this loose because it's still on there, right, with that clip. So try to knock this off. I will say with this stuff, not one single video shows you how wet this penetrant is. Like, it soaks the floor and everything around it. I will say that. Like, look at all the stuff here. It absolutely soaks it. So just sprayed the crap out of that. Hopefully let that stuff soak in there a bit for a couple minutes. And hopefully I can get this little bugger off of here. But still working on it. I just want to show you what I did here. Is I got this big screwdriver and I kind of put it behind it here. And I started working it back and forth like this. With my hand as well, I was just working this and it's starting to come off nice and easy. So I'll have this off here right jiffy. One thing I will say about this is, look at how far that penetrated in. Can you see that? That's soaked. Look at the rust in there. If you guys, I mean, it's messy, but that's the best penetrant I've ever used in my life that I can actually see where it worked its way all the way in. See, you guys see that? So I'm trying to show you, but trust me, it's all the way in. Look at that, I just wiped it off. Here, I'll grab the paper towel. Doesn't really matter, but here, I'm just gonna wipe this off and show you. That's what it looks like without it. That's how wet that was all the way through. It soaked the whole thing through. So now at least I should be able to get that on that, and you know, halfway there. So I got her all cleaned up, and sure enough, that thing there will not hold. So I'm gonna have to see if I can find another one of these things. I'll reinstall this for now, but being as easy it is to get out, I will redo this again and make sure I put the clip on that. As of right now, I don't really have anything I can put on that to hold it. That's a pressure clip. She moves freely. I did punch it in there a little bit too hard, and you got to watch your gap there. So make sure you've got a gap for the blower motor, or for the blower, so it doesn't hit anything and doesn't rub against there. So okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this thing back in place, being mindful obviously of where that hole is, right down there. You know, I actually drove home because I had to change this over, and I wanted to use that CRC Freeze Off. I was like, oh crap, I left those bolts on the battery. Driving home, which isn't far, it's just around the corner, but the fact that it was around the corner, these things didn't move is incredible. I need a little more light here. Okay, so what I've done here is mounted on that first, simply because it's just got to slip onto that right there. So I'm gonna get, and you got pins right here to help you line it up. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. All right, so I've got each one of these things started, just a couple threads, because I got to put them on, obviously. And so there's one there for that little hanger right there, that one right there, that one right there, and there's one. Can you see it? It's right behind that, between the orange and black wire right there, just sticking out right there. Do you see it? If it wants to focus, that's where it is anyways. So I got to go ahead and tighten these things up here real quick. Okay, those are buttoned up real snug. And now, if I do this real quick in the shadows, how am I going to route this? So I'll bring this wire around here, like so. Come on. Get out of there. Bring it over here, and if I put it up here, she's basically free. Oops, sorry. Look at this. All right, so this should go into this. Oh, wait, don't tell me that's a different plug. Oh, no, it's not. Goes over it. Oh, okay, it actually goes over it. Look at that. Did not expect that at all. And I'm going to need 2 hands for this, guys. Sorry. All right, a little bit tricky getting over that because, well, I didn't want to break that because that would suck. Nice, secure fit. That's pretty. I'll probably end up zip tying this up here somewhere or something along those lines. For now, let's go see how well she blows. Okay, so she is dark in here. I'm just going to go ahead and turn the power on so I've got it. I'll put this on floor for now. It doesn't matter where this is. Hear the fan. Yeah, that sounds really nice and strong. Really nice and strong. So like I said, the other motor there was giving me some issues just a little bit where it sounded as if it was starting to go. Don't know for sure if it was or not. So I'll probably keep that one as a spare just in case this new Continental one doesn't work. And that's that. So anyways, I'm going to end the video there, and hope you guys like it. As always, truck has 300 and I guess I gotta go like that to get the mileage, don't I? 309, 228,000. She got some miles on her, still riding. By the way, it's an amp light. So if the battery light comes on, they used to call them amp lights because that's what they are. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.